So today we're going to work on my lady's 2012 genuine scooter. It's a 125 and we need to put a Chinese carburetor on it today because the factory carburetor is, they're great, but this one has been giving me problems. And I'm really tired of taking it apart and cleaning it. So I'm just going to put a Chinese one on here and I bet it's going to be awesome. On eBay, cheapest I can find one of these carburetors is about 250 bucks. I ain't gonna spend that. You're not gonna spend that. That's why you came to this video. Show you. This here, our throttle linkage. And she's in here. The distance between here and here is a lot shorter than the Chinese version. I've already kind of jumped ahead here and did the modification, but normally the bracket here would swivel. Let me set that down. So this normally would swivel over to this position, putting this bracket cocked like that, and that is just too long a throw for our genuine buddy cable. So I took this, I drilled a very small hole, like a 1/8 inch, maybe a 1/16 inch, just for a pilot hole. I would highly suggest center punching it where you want, but take the outside of this screw and set it up against the wall here, and then take something sharp, take a scribe, and kind of mark where that screw needs to land, and then center punch it the center of that circle you just drew. And then I used a 7/32 drill bit to make this hole, and it just barely got it, but it does work. Let me show you. Alright, we got our screw installed. Now let's get her hooked up just to show you guys that this is gonna work. Voila! Okay, and it is going and rotating all the way to that stop point and making contact there. You don't have a whole lot of room of play here. To, let's say the idle was too high and you needed to actually move this, but this should work. And then for the vacuum lines, I'll have to figure that one out. I'll come back to that. Okay, not going quite to plan, but we're going to figure this out together. Let's go. Okay, so, vacuum line off the Chinese needs to tap into the line coming from the intake manifold that runs back to the fuel tank. So we need to tap the vacuum line into that. And then I did have to, I had to give it all that it could and adjusted this all the way in. But it's working. It does work. It runs great. Problem now is this didn't go on very romantically. I don't know how it's so. So then I went to hook this tube up and it's short. Well, why is that? So come to find out, Chinese buddy. That is quite a difference. Well, Adam, what are we gonna do about it? So the Chinese carb came with some other tubing. I'm gonna shave this down. Focus. There it is. Okay. So take a pair of scissors, trimmed off the hard lip, and then we're going to take and put that in this hole because they are damn near the same size. Oh, I should have spit on it. Alright, it took a little finesse, but I think Elgo would be proud. Look at that. I think that's going to work. It's just crankcase pressure gas. It's not a whole lot of pressure, but, you know, doing the reburn on that would be a good idea. And let's see. Next step was, oh yeah, putting the seat on. So because this moved back, now this hose is sitting right here, so we're not sitting quite flush. That's a bummer. How's our front look? Oh, it's also off a bit. Well, shoot. Well, what are we gonna do now? Screw it. We're just gonna send it. We're just gonna button the front down. Alright. Well, hopefully we have found the last problem of the day. So it seems this guy might be sitting taller than the buddy. Let's go have a look. Alright, so Chinese sticking above, buddy not so much. I wonder if I can swap those out. Do I want to do that? Not really. Can we just put the screw in it and call it good? I don't know if I like that idea. It might be alright. Yeah, let's do it. Well, it's shut. It's not perfect. There is just a little tiny gap. There's just a little gap. I think it'll be okay. We'll see what happens. But, oh yeah, how about the gas cap? Alright, here we go. I don't know. I gotta use both hands. Yep. That worked out really nice. And you know, the fuel to air ratio and the idle were, I mean, perfect right out of the box. Well, I guess that's my stupid tutorial for putting a Chinese carburetor on a genuine buddy. Hope you enjoyed.